Chevalier is a new musical biopic movie. Well, I guess not musical biopic. It's a story. Well, it is musical and it's a biopic, but it's more of like a historical biopic that I saw last night in theaters. And yeah, it was okay. I think what's wrong with this movie is I'm glad this movie exists because at the end of this movie they show you a little thing, a blurb of text being like, yeah, most of this stuff was lost to time, and he's a person that they're working to restore his legacy and his life, and all this stuff that happened to him, blah 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 blah, and that's part of the reason we're not taught about him in history class. Also, like when we talk about history, we also forget a lot of the black people that contributed to history because America fucking sucks like that, and our education system wants to constantly ignore black people's contributions to history. But like, so I'm glad this movie exists on the principle more people find out about this classical musician. But and it wasn't a bad movie. It was actually a decently enjoyable. Um, I think it's Helen Mirren. I think that's who it was. I forget the actress. I think she did a really good job as the kind of love interest character. And I thought the movie was pretty well acted all around. Our main lead, I forget who played him, but he did a really great job. He apparently, from what I understand, all the violin playing in this movie was actually real, and him actually doing that, which is impressive. A lot of the fencing was also real too, and so it led to really some awesome sequences. The costume design in this movie was also very good, and yeah, I thought this was a really solid, uh, what directed movie in parts. But my main problem with this movie is it's under 2 hours. And you might be thinking like, what's wrong with that? My problem is like there's so many sequences that are like, and this is the thing with musical biopics in general. They do this crap where they brush past stuff constantly. But here's the problem with this one. It's under 2 hours. All those other ones they brush past things and they're over 2 hours. So imagine that problem is exponentially extended, and that's basically some sequences in this movie where they just brush past stuff. They just start talking about things that you really didn't see or understand the context of very well because they're just kind of moving past it. And then I just got to the point the movie's over. I'm like, oh, we're over. And so like in some ways that's a good thing where this movie moved pretty briskly throughout its pace and was able to keep me engaged the whole time. But there's also the part of me that was like, this movie just kind of fell apart. So I appreciate this movie. It wasn't great though, and I think if it looks interesting to you, then you probably will enjoy this movie, and it's at least worth a watch. Not necessarily at the theater though. This isn't a theater watch. You will enjoy this movie better at home. Um, I thought it was all right though. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.